Hey, what's up everybody? It's your girl Ktura Kay and I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about the cons of being in the Air Force. So like with all jobs, they have their pros and they have their cons. So I'm just going to keep it real and let you all know what I have experienced during my time in the military. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I post new videos. And if you're interested in watching, stay tuned. So the cons of the military. Let's talk about it. I feel like majority of these cons don't really outweigh the pros that I've experienced in the military. And because everybody's experience is different. So the first one that I have is being away from your family. Like this one is really important to me because I love my family. I have a niece that's 1.5 and oh my gosh, she's just so special to me. I'm really close with my sister, my mom, and you know, family is just something that I cherish. And my dad recently passed away, so it's kind of hard being so far away from my family. It's just hard for me, and I kind of struggle with it from time to time, you know, just being here alone. But you know, I try to, you know, stick it out. Like, Ktura, you're here for a reason. You're here for a reason, and everything happens for a reason. So I feel like, you know, God put me here, so I'm going to stick it out and, you know, see how it goes. I have to keep that mentality because you just never know. The military will send you anywhere. They have deployments and they basically will send you where your job is needed. So that's one of the cons, like I said, and a lot of people hate getting deployed. Some people love the money, but they hate being away from their family in the desert or wherever for months on end, if not years. So that is the main con that I hear a lot of people complain about. So the next con that I have is PT. So don't get me wrong, I love a good fitness workout. Now I'm all for it, but some people actually do not like PT and the PT test. So that's a con. It's not really a con for me, but it's a con that I hear a lot of people complain about. So you definitely want to take that into consideration. If you're not fit and you want to join the military, get fit. Make it a habit. Put it in your day-to-day routine. That way, you know, your body is used to it, your mind is used to it, and you're not hating it, you know? So make yourself like working out. That way, like I said, it won't really be a con. It'll be more so of a pro like it was for me. So the next thing is mandatory PT. Now, depending on what unit you're in, some units actually make you do PT once a week or once every other week or whatever in a group. It boosts the morale. It does. Don't get me wrong. Now, it definitely boosts the morale because sometimes they do games and, you know, different things like that, like softball, kickball, volleyball, dodgeball, you know, different things like that. But the reason why it's kind of like a con for me is because I really like get it in when I work out. Like I want to get a good sweat. I want to target my legs or target the areas that I want to target. And it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's like a burden or anything, but it's just kind of like, darn, like I could have been like really getting in. I could have got me a good workout in. And sometimes I even find myself having to or wanting to work out after I do like group PT and stuff like that because I really want to, you know, get my gains, you know what I'm saying, like get it in. So that's the main thing about that. But don't get me wrong, like I said, I love the fact that it boosts morale and I'm able to, you know, hang out with my coworkers and, you know, get to know them a little bit better outside of the workplace. So it's kind of like a pro and a con, but still not all units do it. So I've been to some bases where they don't do PT at all. They just do, you know, they let you do it on your own, but you know, they want to make sure you're working out. So it's kind of like an accountability thing. They want to make sure you're doing your part so you're able to pass your PT test when it's time for it. So the next thing is leave. Oh my gosh, leave is kind of like a con for me because when y'all know I like to get up and go. And in the reserve, I'm gonna keep comparing it to the reserve, like I said, because I'm so used to being in a reserve component. I'm getting the hang of active duty, so it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But with the whole leave thing, you have to put in where you're going. Like, say I want to go to Turks and Caicos tomorrow. That's probably not going to happen because you have to put it in the system first. And being, you know, that it's during the pandemic right now, is really strict. They don't want you going anywhere unless it's like an emergency or something like that. Like, they will not approve it. And if you can't get approved, then you really can't leave what is basically AWOL. So you don't want to go AWOL. So you have to put in everywhere you're going. Like, if you're flying international or even to the next state, they want to know. I'm used to getting up and going and, you know, not having to ask or not having to get approval. But, you know, that's just their way of taking accountability and making sure you're okay and making sure you're not in harm's way. But at the end of the day, it's for a reason. Everything is for a reason in the military, and that is one of them. So you got to put it in. You got to do what you're supposed to, and, you know, then life is so much easier that way. But most of the time, it will get approved. At the end of the day, safety is the most important thing. So the other con, I do have another one, is regulations. So as far as like your hair regulations and nail regulations. So I am a naturalista. My hair is naturally curly. So it's hard for me sometimes to, you know, wake up early, 6 o'clock in the morning, getting my hair ready, just getting everything ready in the morning and being to work on time. So I tend to wear a wig to work. So I wear this bob cut wig. It's in standards above my collar. It's just so I don't have to worry about putting all this gel or anything like that in my hair, and, you know, and keeping my edges, because I care about that. I care about my edges. I want to keep my edges. So I don't really put my hair in a bun. Like, it's slicked back right now, but it's in a loose ponytail. So, you know, it's easy to do that. But as far as like a bun, like, it's just too much. I've seen older women, older Black women in the military, even all races actually, now that I think about it, with their hair like falling out in the front because their edges are non-existent because they have been putting their hair in a bun every day for majority of their lives. So I'm not for it. So that's definitely a con, the regulation thing. And then I know a lot of people who struggle with that, you know, with hair regulations, and they are constantly changing the hair regs because sometimes you can't just slick your hair back in a bun. It's not as easy. So, you know, everybody has different textures. So and some people have dreadlocks. Some people want to rock braids, and, you know, it just needs to be changed. And they are, like I said, they're updating the reg constantly to accommodate, you know, African American women and textured hair and stuff like that. So another reg is nails. So y'all know I like to be blinged out, nails long, colorful. I love it. So I struggled with that kind of early on, like when I was enlisted, especially being in the Guard, because you're coming to work 1 weekend a month. So let's say I got my nails done 2 weeks ago. They're still fresh, and, you know, I don't even need a fill-in yet, but drill is coming this weekend. So my nails are hot pink. So you're going to have to do something. I have to take it off, really, because it's not in the regulations. You have to have your nails short. You have to have them neutral color or any color that complements your skin tone. And in my opinion, any color I get complements my skin tone because that's why I got it. But that's not how the military works. It has to basically be like a neutral color or like a nude or something like that. I see some reds sometimes. Sometimes you can get away with reds and stuff like that, but like no blues or hot pinks or neon yellows or anything like that. So you got to play it safe when it comes to that. So in my case, I wear my natural nails to work. And then when it comes time for the weekend, bam, I make my own press-on. So you got to get creative. You know, hit me up if you want to order some. But these are the ones that I have. I have a whole freaking nail book back there with, you know, like 5 sheets of these full of nails, different colors, different designs, and I love it. It's easy for me. Like, I've worn this set probably about 4 times already. I wore this one the other day. You know, nails, it's just, I'm just so here for it. Press on nails are in, and a lot of y'all learned that during this pandemic when you know you couldn't go to the nail shop and get that feeling you wanted to, honey. I was not even pressed, but then again I was pressed literally because press on nails, you get it. But yeah, so I'll throw on my press on nails during the weekend, and I don't have anything to worry about. But like I said, when I was in the guard, I kind of struggled with that. So I would try to get like neutral colors and, you know, colors that wouldn't, you know, be so loud. And then back then when I was enlisted, the reg was like French tip or nude or something like that. Like now, then they changed it to colors that complement your skin tone. So they have changed it. It has been updated, but you still have to get them. They still have to be short. So, you know, like I said, even though I was getting, and then that's one thing I really struggle with, being that I love long nails. I would have to cut them when it was time for drill. So it was inconvenient, you know, kind of like a waste of money. So that's why I started making my own. So they come in clutch, especially now that I'm active duty. I don't get my nails done at all. So I have these right here, just ready to be applied whenever I want to put them on. So I love it. I found a solution. So that's what you got to do. When you don't like something, you know, find a solution, find something that works for you, and you'll be good. It won't really be a con, you know. So the only other thing I was going to touch on, which is really not a bad thing, you're constantly being watched. I was enlisted. It was like some people would just pick on the slightest little things, and I would see, you know, other people get in trouble for different things. So you just have to know that you're always being watched, you know, you're always being held to a higher standard, and you just have to abide by the rules. And that's the main thing as far as, you know, being in the military. So that's not really a con, but I know a lot of people hate, like, you know, being micromanaged. And, you know, as an enlisted member, I definitely experienced that. And I've seen it, you know, a lot. So, and that comes with leadership too. That's another con. Some leadership, you know, it's just like they don't care. Some leadership is just really super duper strict. Like it just could be anything. And like it rotates, like leadership changes constantly. So, you know, one year you may have one commander, the next year you may have another one. It just depends. And that's in the guard and active duty. You just never know, because in active duty, you know, it rotates as well. You stay at a duty station for about 2 to 3 years. It depends on your job and the mission. So that is the main thing, you know, leadership. Just make sure you're treating others how you want to be treated. So that's really it. If I think of some more cons, I will definitely let y'all know. I'll make a part 2 if I have to. But I think that's it. I think I touched on everything. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, don't forget to watch the pros video as well. And don't forget to watch the rest of my military series here on my channel. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button either, and that bell to be notified when I post a new video. So I will see you all later. Bye.